Hey guys, KillCam with another KillCam update. As you know, we've been messing around a lot with Rust lately, and one of the base build concepts that I really like is the collapsible bridge base concept. If you're a long-time Rust player, you've probably seen a lot of these going back for a while. If you're like me, you came over playing another game like H1Z1, here's the basic idea. You want to use the covered building privilege system to your advantage. Make it so that to enter your base without having to expend a ton of C4 rockets, you need to be authorized on multiple tool cupboards. The entrance to the base is going to be so high off the ground that building a throwaway twig bridge across to it is the way you gain access. For this example, we're looking at a simple geometric tower base that, as you can see, has multiple gun ports on all sides on several floors. The bottom floors going up 4 units are all honeycombed and surrounded by a high external stone wall. Tool cabinets starting on the ground floor, then up every other floor are more tool cabinets all the way up to the top. The tower itself is surrounded immediately by 4 external tool cabinets in the 4 cardinal directions north, south, east, west to give further build exclusion zone coverage and deter others from building raid towers. The bridge entrance concept can work with almost any base design you want to use, so don't get caught up on the specifics of this particular example and just take away the basic idea of needing to build a disposable twig bridge to get in and out of your base. Anyway, enough with the pomp and preamble, let's have a look at how this works in practice. When you want into your base, you climb up the outside tower and whip out your build blueprint to build twig floors across to your door. I like to use the support in the middle to get some real distance for the twig bridge and further grief raiders that have to go through multiple cabinet build zones. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. Once you're inside the base, you erect the twig bridge behind you, and just like that, your base is in safe mode again. Do the same in reverse when you want to get out, and that's it. Okay, so maybe you wouldn't want to use an assault rifle shooting explosive rounds to do it, but a hunting bow and a few arrows gets the job done much cheaper. You get the idea. Here I've made a mock-up of the setups for collapsible bridge entrances at height of 2, 3, and 4 units. The basic thing to keep in mind is that the longest distance you can build at without risking killing yourself with insane acrobatics is 2 units away horizontally. Knowing that you could safely build at least one unsupported floor out from a wall unless you're so high up that stability is an issue, you ideally want to make the maximum unsupported parts of your spans 3 units long. So if the numbers represent where the base is, the support structures you see in the middle are 4 squares away from the base wall, leaving 3 unsupported squares between the support and the base wall. To build the support, just use wall frames and columns on a square foundation. Then, as you can also see, from the support to the opposite side is another 4 squares, leaving 3 unsupported floor spaces between it and the other side. The total number of floor squares to get all the way from one side to the other is 7 squares, when you add in the square you have to place on the support in the middle. Good luck getting into this base without covered authorization or explosives. The last point I want to make about setting up the twig bridges is that as you go up higher, stability becomes an issue, so at about 4 levels high you may need to start using roof pieces under the walls and supports like you see here to brace the floors. But even stability aside, it adds convenience when using the roof pieces, just being able to lay floors straight across without having to tiptoe to the edge to place a floor 2 units away to get across the spans. Anyway, that's a personal choice up to you, it's just something I like to do. That's basically all there is to it. Now that you know about this base building option, you could set up the defenses in your base to take advantage of the predictable paths that you want raiders to take to get into your base. Here from my base, you can see that I chose this location because it's at the end of a narrow peninsula of land surrounded on 3 sides by water. By using the bridge entrance option, the path of least resistance into the base is a frontal assault through the external stone walls and into the base of the tower, which I give myself ample views of to shoot down on attackers from cover using doors, windows, and ladder hatches as gun ports. That's all for this KillCam update. If you liked what you saw, all I ask is that you hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for improvements, questions about something I did, or even just to say hello. Just remember, while no base in Rust can be said to be unraidable, that doesn't mean you have to make it easy. Later all.